In Street Fight 2025, Jason Statham stars as Nick Carter, a retired underground fighter forced back into the brutal world of illegal street battles to save his brother's life. With every punch and betrayal, Nick uncovers a dangerous web of corruption, leading to a high-stakes showdown against a ruthless crime lord. Will he survive the fight of his life and earn his freedom, or become another victim of the underground arena? Nick Carter had left the world of underground fighting behind. Once a feared name in the street fighting circuit, he had traded that violent life for the peace of a mechanic's workshop in a quiet town. But the past has a way of catching up, and when a ruthless crime boss, Vincent Caine, comes knocking, Nick finds himself dragged back into a world he swore he'd left for good. Caine isn't here to reminisce. He wants Nick back in the arena. Nick refuses, but Caine reveals a dark truth. Nick's younger brother, Ethan, owes him a massive debt. If Nick doesn't fight, Ethan will pay the price with his life. Ernest Johnson tells Nick to find Ethan and bring him special threats. The feature stars Sally Field, Christopher Reeve, Eric Duham. The decision tears Nick's fighting again means stepping into a violent, lawless world, risking his own life for a slim chance to save Ethan, but there's no other way. Reluctantly, he agrees and steps into Caine's underground circuit, a brutal arena filled with fighters as skilled as they are dangerous. The first match comes fast, a test of Nick's rusty skills against the Iron Russian, an undefeated titan. It's a brutal clash of strength and wits, with Nick relying on his experience to outsmart his opponent in the final moments. The crowd roars, Caine smiles, and Nick realizes he's only scratched the surface of what's to come. Caine isn't satisfied. Winning one fight isn't enough. To clear Ethan's debt, Nick must climb the ranks and reach the championship. As the stakes rise, so does the danger. Nick faces one opponent after another, each with a unique and deadly fighting style, each pushing him to his limits. But fighting isn't the only challenge. Caine's enforcer, Maria, warns Nick that no fighter leaves the arena alive, not even the champions. At the same time, Nick begins to uncover the true extent of Caine's empire, a vast network of corruption, fear, and violence. As Nick battles his way through the ranks, he meets Liam, a young fighter with dreams of escaping the circuit. The two form an uneasy alliance, bonded by their shared desire for freedom. Together they begin planning an escape. But trust is a rare commodity in Caine's world. Nick faces another formidable opponent, the Shadow Boxer, whose speed and deception push him to the edge. It's a tense, nail-biting match. But Nick emerges victorious, earning respect and fear in equal measure. However, just as Nick starts to see a way out, a shocking betrayal shatters his plans. Liam, the ally he trusted, reveals he's been spying for Caine all along. The betrayal stings, but there's more to Liam's story. Consumed by guilt, Liam secretly helps Nick uncover a crucial weakness in Caine's operation, a way to bring the empire crashing down. Meanwhile, Ethan's condition worsens. Caine uses this as leverage, forcing Nick to agree to one final, deadly fight. The championship match is a spectacle of violence and intensity. Nick is pitted against the Beast, Caine's personal fighter and the undefeated champion of the circuit. The fight is brutal, every punch and move a battle for survival. But during the clash, Nick sees through the Beast's fearsome exterior. Like him, the Beast is just another pawn in Caine's game, forced into submission by threats and fear. At one time, I think I had to own the circuit. But Caine's true talent. With a mix of strategy and empathy, Nick defeats the Beast and convinces him to turn against Caine. The victory sets the stage for the final act. Caine, enraged by Nick's defiance, orders his men to kill Nick, Ethan, and anyone who helped them. What follows is a chaotic, high-stakes battle as Nick, Maria, the Beast, and even Liam join forces to take down Caine's empire. The fights spill out of the arena and into the streets, a pulse-pounding sequence of action and desperation. In the end, Nick confronts Caine in a dramatic showdown, delivering justice with the same fists that once fought for survival. Caine finally saves him. As the dust settles, Caine's empire lies in ruins, and Nick and Ethan are finally free. The fighters trapped in the circuit are liberated, and the arena is exposed for the violent machine it was. Nick walks away from the destruction, his brother by his side. The weight of his choice is heavy, but the path ahead clear. But freedom comes with a cost, and as Nick disappears into the shadows, a mysterious figure watches him from afar. hinting that his story is far from over. And then when